So, this is the view that I woke up to this morning. We are officially in Patagonia, road tripping through all the cool places, exploring. Backpacking through Argentina has been such a cool experience so far, and it's just been amazing and life enhancing, and not something that I ever like thought I would be doing until we started doing it. So I'm gonna take you guys with me over the next few days. This is probably gonna be another super chaotic vlog like the last one because everything is just chaos right now. Because we're going from place to place super quickly. We don't have things planned out very far in advance, so it's just, it feels kind of like chaos, but like a good chaos. But what I want to talk about specifically in this video is I feel like this experience, obviously super cool, but from the like Marissa loves prioritizing her health perspective, I clearly have not been able to do nearly as much as I normally do, as I would normally like to prioritize my health. And like, that's okay. Like, I knew that that was gonna be the case going into this. You can't have everything you normally would at home when you're just bouncing from place to place. Like, it's just a fact of life. I knew I was gonna have to like cut corners, make sacrifices, and just like make do with what I have available to me here. And since we are in summer, I mean, I'm in winter here where I am, but a lot of you are in summer. I'm assuming a lot of you are going to be taking vacations and trips places. And so I figured it might be helpful if I just kind of like take you through my days and just point out places where I'm making an intentional effort to focus on my health a little bit more and still prioritize the things that are important to me. And also just want to take you guys along on this adventure with me and show you some of the things. So let's go. So I just wanted to try to find coffee, but we are in Patagonia in very much the off season. Everything is closed. So thankfully this Airbnb had a little jar of coffee. So made myself a little coffee. And now I'm about to make some breakfast. And honestly, this is probably, like, if there's one takeaway from this video, it's this tip for how to help prioritize your health while on vacation or on a trip. And that is start your day with protein, fat, and fiber. I don't care if you decide that that day you want to eat like 20 croissants. Just start your day with protein, fat, and fiber, then eat the 20 croissants. I think where a lot of people tend to, not like go wrong trying to stay healthy while traveling, but where they kind of get tripped up is they want to try all the new foods and experience all of the things that may entail eating a bunch of foods that don't necessarily optimize health. And that's okay. Like, I have been definitely partaking in all of the delicious foods while I have been here. Like, I'm definitely not saying don't eat all the good things. Like, please eat all the good things. But what tends to happen when people prioritize eating all the good things, as you should on vacation, is the good things tend to just send you on a blood sugar roller coaster that makes not wanting to continue to only eat all of the good things very difficult. Like, if you start your day with the 20 croissants, I can almost guarantee by lunch you're gonna need another 20 croissants to even have the energy to continue exploring and traveling and doing whatever you're trying to do on vacation, because 20 croissants not gonna keep you full and satiated for very long. And now you're stuck because also, again, when you start your day with, I'm just gonna keep using croissants as an example, but you can apply those to like any other more processed, more refined carb, higher sugar kind of food. Just due to the nature of croissants being super simple carbs, the more you eat, the more you tend to crave. And so it gets harder and harder to kind of backpedal and get back to your normal baseline where you have like normal blood sugar and you're not constantly craving all these things. So starting your day with protein, fat, and fiber is going to put you in a much better position to still be able to enjoy all of the croissants, but not have that like blood sugar roller coaster that not only makes you keep craving the croissants, but also makes it really hard to have sustained energy for your vacation, so that you end up needing to have more croissants just to have enough energy to do all the things. So what this looks like for me today is 4 scrambled eggs with some cheese and some olive oil, so lots of protein and healthy fat in here. And then I just picked these veggies up at the grocery store. I'm attempting to steam them. I think this is working okay. We'll see. But it's carrots and some kind of like South American squashy cucumber-y thing. I'm not sure what it's called. I've had it in whole form and it's pretty nifty. But yeah, just gonna have some veggies with some eggs. And you know what? For the sake of flavor and some more healthy fats, I'm just gonna drizzle a little more olive oil on it. And I think there's a lot of people out there who might see doing this as restrictive. I mean, to be fair, there's a lot of people out there that see trying to live a healthy lifestyle as restrictive. That's a whole other conversation. But just to the point of prioritizing these things for breakfast, on a personal note, if I start my day with 20 croissants or even 1 or 2 croissants, I know that my body is going to just be a mess the rest of the day, no matter what I eat after. Because like, I've done that before. On my birthday last year, I literally had a chocolate croissant and a coffee for breakfast because that was what I wanted. And I was like, I don't care about the consequences, like I'm just gonna do this. And what happens consistently every time I start my day like this is I just can never feel full the rest of the day. Like no matter what I eat, I never feel satiated. I always feel like, ooh, I need another something. And my energy always feels off. Like I never feel good if I start my day that way. And not feeling good is the last thing I want to experience on vacation. So for me, it's a decision I make not only for my health, but also just so that I can enjoy my trip to the max, because that's kind of the goal. Like if I'm spending money to go on a trip, I want to be able to enjoy it. I don't want to feel super sluggish all day. And you know, I don't think you need to start your day with a complete, like such a big breakfast that you might not have room for the pancakes that you want to have for breakfast, you know? Like it doesn't have to be 4 eggs and a bunch of veggies for breakfast. It can be like bring protein powder with you and just start your day with a little protein shake. It's a super easy and convenient way to start your day with something that's going to keep you more full and satiated and keep your blood sugar a lot more stable and not have to like go out of your way on vacation when like not everyone wants to cook on vacation. Like I'm cooking because we're here for like 3 months. But like if you only have a week, you probably don't want to spend your time cooking. So something as simple as like a protein shake or a high quality protein bar, or you know, pop into the grocery store when you get there and get like a rotisserie chicken and have like a couple bites of chicken before you go eat your 20 croissants. Like it's amazing how much of a difference just having a little bit of protein, fat, fiber can make before you go indulge in all of the good things. And this will be breakfast. We are off on what I think is gonna be one of the coolest hikes ever. But another way that I like to stay healthy while traveling is by staying active. I mean, you guys know me, I love being active. I love prioritizing movement, and so it's something that I do actively want to do while traveling. I know not everyone is that way. Sometimes when you're traveling, you just wanna like chill out on a beach for a week and not move. That's fine. This is just me. This is how I like to stay healthy while traveling, is getting in hikes, exploring nature, doing all the fun things that keep my body healthy. So something else that I was thinking about as I was packing to come here and thinking about how to stay healthy while traveling and while maybe not having as much access to fruits and veggies and micronutrients dense foods as I normally am, is how am I going to get my micronutrients in if I'm like just driving for 11 hours a day and just have to eat kind of whatever I can find or whatever. So I brought with me my Organifi green juice. This is actually a combo of the Organifi green juice and the Organifi pure, just because I love the pure for like mental focus, and I feel like it gives me a little bit of a boost when I do activity. So I wanted to have it for the hike, especially because we didn't have time to stop for a coffee this morning, so I'm gonna be dragging a little bit, so I put one of these in there. But what I wanted to tell you about is the green juice, and I brought this specifically because it's such an easy way to make sure I'm getting my micronutrients in while I have less access to stuff that I would normally eat. So I'm bringing this with me on the hike today, A, just to hydrate, but B, to get my greens in for the day. This has a whole host of greens. Its greens blend is wheatgrass, moringa, spirulina, chlorella, matcha, and just like, I'm not gonna read you the whole ingredient list. That would take forever, but like a bunch of good stuff. I interrupt this message to bring you Patagonia. Hiking on the trail. We've been hiking for like half an hour, so I'm out of breath. But as I was saying, the Organifi green juice has been my like go-to way to make sure I'm getting in enough micronutrients, enough vegetables as I'm on this trip.
We've honestly been doing a really good job cooking from home and getting vegetables when we can. So I haven't necessarily needed to drink it as much as I thought that I might, but like just having it on hand is a big reassurance to make sure that like I'm giving my body what it needs to thrive. And not only is it chock full of micronutrients, but the quality of Organifi products is also just top tier. From sourcing to production to extraction, etc. They make sure everything is just done the best way possible, down to making sure that their products are glyphosate free, which I always talk about this when I'm talking about Organifi products because it's kind of mind-blowing because so many brands don't do that, they don't care. But glyphosates can be so potentially disruptive to our health, to our microbiomes, etc. So being able to eat glyphosate free can be really beneficial. And so to be able to not only have all of the micronutrients, but also know that they're coming from quality sourcing and not putting anything additional in my body that like doesn't need to be there and is potentially going to cause more harm than good is just very nice to have. So I put my actual camera away, so I'm vlogging on my phone, so hopefully this audio is not horrendous, but just wanted to show you guys the view so far. We did all that. Also there's, oh, you can't see it anymore. There's a waterfall right there. This is insane. This is so insane. But I'm also like climbing vertically up this mountain. This is why I need to start doing cardio. This is why it's a great idea to start running so that I can run 10 miles. So I can do hikes like this without wanting to literally die. Like I think I might actually die in Patagonia. This is one of the reasons though that I love living an active lifestyle and staying active and fit, or at least as fit as I try to be. Clearly I have some work to do, but the fact that my body allows me to do something like this and see things like this is, I was gonna say it's a miracle, but it's also just like all of the hard work that I put in to staying fit and healthy. So things like this make me truly appreciate and value the lifestyle that I try to live.
So we made a wee bit of a hiking mistake. The trail that we thought was 5 miles is actually more like 14, and we do not have enough daylight to make it to the end of the trail. So we're turning back because don't want to walk 7 miles in the absolute dark in the middle of nowhere on a mountain where there's wild animals and things. But this is a very nice view over here. We didn't get to the view, but this is a view and it's gorgeous. Anyway, I am so very tired. My body was not prepared for this today, but got my Organifi green juice to get me through the hike. As I was saying, if you guys want to check this out, I highly recommend bringing it on any trips if you are trying to stay focused on your health and fitness and make sure that, you know, you can prioritize it in a very easy way, honestly, because this is like the easiest thing to do to get your veggies in. Just throw it in a bottle and drink it. So if you're traveling, want to make sure you prioritize your health, make sure you check out Organifi green juice. If you use my code FITAndNerdy, you will get yourself 20% off. I will leave a link down in the description box below. Highly recommend you go check it out.
Many minutes later.
Okay, so I definitely almost died
On that hike, I was in so much pain by the time we got to the bottom, like no joke. The hike was, it was brutal, but I survived. So big shout out to Organifi for sponsoring this video and sponsoring my survival of said death hike. We got back and we decided to stop and grab some dinner to go because we are exhausted and didn't want to sit in a restaurant. And I found this amazing place that has, shall I say, LA food? As in like salads and wraps and things. Like most of what I've been able to have here has been like steak and french fries, which honestly, not mad about that, kind of love it, but I have just been craving like a big bowl
of vegetables and a big thing of protein, and that is what I managed to get tonight. So I got enough for 2 days because we also won't have access to like any restaurants tomorrow night. So I got this chicken and black bean gluten-free wrap that comes with a tiny little salad, I think. Looks interesting. And then I got this quinoa, it's supposed to be quinoa, maybe it's just the quinoa on the top, I don't know. Quinoa and roasted veggie salad and a side of chicken to put on top of it so I can get some good protein with my veggies. So part of staying healthy for me while traveling has meant a little bit of planning ahead. Like, we know we're not gonna have access to food tomorrow night, so planning ahead, getting extra meals so that I don't have to subsist on like chips and popcorn or something for dinner. Then also, again, I'm obviously prioritizing the protein and the fiber and all of the micronutrients to keep myself full and satiated. But of course, traveling is also about experiencing and fully enjoying the culture, which of course means the food. I don't want you guys to think that I'm like all 100% health focused, could never have anything unhealthy. We are on our way to go get some ice cream. We've been having plenty of desserts while we've been here. I would never advocate for going and traveling and exploring and not letting yourself indulge in the things that need to be indulged in. Although this place that we're going is also just like a ton of amazing delicious chocolate, so there's a chance I'm just gonna get a ton of chocolate and not ice cream tonight. We shall see. Like, look at how big this chocolate store is. This is my dream. It's all chocolate. Here we have ginormous packages of chocolate. Got myself a little basket of chocolate. I am so tempted to get a little chocolate cat. I have to get a cat. Like, how do you not? Also, all the shelves are lined with XXL bars of chocolate. Like, excuse me? So not only is this whole half of the store just full of chocolate, but then we have this whole room for ice cream. Like, what? All right, let's do a quick little chocolate haul because duh. Here's my bag. I got one of their milk chocolate with almonds, which I got actually a couple cities ago in Cordoba, and it's like one of the best chocolates I've had in my life. So of course I had to get another one. And then because I already know that the chocolate is freaking amazing, I got a bunch more stuff. I got this. Honestly, not 100% sure what it's gonna be. I think it's chocolate bites filled with almonds and dulce de leche. We'll see how that is. And then I got chocolate covered almonds with caramel and sea salt. These are gonna be delicious and perfect for road trip snacks. And then of course, like I told you guys, I got the cat. Look how cute it is. Ah! So I think for tonight, I kind of want to try this guy. Oh, okay, so yes, chocolate full of stuff. Let's give it a try. This is so good. May or may not end up eating this whole bar.
The following day.
So today is ultimate road trip day. This is the longest day of driving that we will have on this road trip. We have an 11-hour drive today, probably 12 with like stopping at gas stations and crossing the border. Forgot about that part. It's gonna be a long day in the car. So in order to stay healthy while road tripping, traveling around other countries, brought a lot of healthy snacks. So we have a whole thing of celery, brought some fruit, got some pear, got some, I googled this, I don't remember what it is. I know I've seen these before, I've never tried one before, so I saw it and I was like, now is the time. So I'm gonna attempt to eat this at some point today. Got some carrots, munching on those right now, and then we found these snacks at the store the other day and were upset. Accidentally opened it from the bottom, so it's upside down. There we go. Like a garbanzo bean rice chip thing, which, if you know me, this is not my like normal snack, but the ingredients are literally just rice, garbanzo beans, corn, sugar, water, and salt. So there's no like added oils or anything like that. So these passed the Marissa test. They're basically munching on fruits and veggies and healthier-ish chips to sustain us throughout this very, very, very long drive. Oh, and a giant bottle of kombucha. Of course, no road trip would be complete without the kombucha. So we have that as well. Basically, thinking ahead, being prepared, focusing on fiber, and packing in as many nutrients as possible. Oh, wait, I have one more thing. JK, 2 more things. Forgot about these because they were just buried in the bottom of the snack bag, which is like tucked way back there and hard to reach. Have some granola, mostly just for a funsy little snack. And then a big thing of trail mix. So a bunch of nuts with some dried fruit and stuff. This is gonna be good for the fat and the protein to keep us satiated. Hopefully we'll be able to actually get dinner at some point. We did have breakfast, so it's not like we're only eating these snacks all day, but this is just like sustain us as we drive. So some other big tips for staying healthy while traveling include make sure you're getting enough water. It is so easy to fall off the water wagon while you're traveling because you just don't think about it. So I would, like, if you're struggling with that, set reminders on your phone, make sure you're drinking enough. Number 2, walk as much as you can. While I don't necessarily think you need to prioritize going to the gym unless you want to, obviously, if you love it, do it. But like if you're on vacation for a week, skip the gym, but maybe add some activities that do require some walking. And generally, if you're in a new place and you're exploring, walking around is one of the best ways to do that. So not only are you staying active, getting your steps in, but you also get to see all the pretty things around you. And then of course, it would not be a Marissa Gives Healthy Tips video if I didn't mention sleep. Make sure you're sleeping. Like, yes, you may have a lot of fun things to do. You may want to stay up late some nights, that's okay, but like prioritize sleep when and where you can, and that can make such a big difference. I talked about prioritizing protein, fat, and fiber throughout your day to maintain blood sugar, but also one of the best things you can do to maintain healthy blood sugar levels is just get a good night's sleep. 1 night of sleep deprivation makes you as insulin resistant as a person with type 2 diabetes. Like, that's not a fun glucose roller coaster to be on for the day. It's going to make you crave all of the sugar, which is going to make it that much harder to find balance in your diet. And again, I'm not saying don't eat the things with sugar, but like finding that balance is going to make you feel so much better. Lastly, I honestly think one of the biggest places people get tripped up on vacations is coming back from the vacation. So I think I would be remiss to not speak to this part as well. Because here's the thing, if you're going on a 1-week trip, do you need to like do everything you can to prioritize your health for 1 week if like outside of that week you're living an otherwise pretty healthy lifestyle? Probably not. Like, yeah, you can just go do whatever you want for a week and it's not gonna cause any like long-term lasting damage to your body. I mean, to a certain extent. If you just like binge drink yourself to oblivion, that probably wouldn't go well, but like you could go be sedentary and eat nothing but croissants and barely sleep for a week, and like in a couple of weeks, once your body recovers from that, it's not gonna shorten your lifespan, it's not gonna make you gain a ton of weight, like you're gonna be able to get back from whatever. But what happens to most people is they go sit on a beach and eat only croissants for a week. There's not usually croissants on the beach, but you know what I'm saying, you know, you just go sit somewhere for a week and eat a lot of more processed foods, and then you get back and you're like, well, I fell off the wagon. I'm not on the wagon anymore. I can't do the health things. I don't know how to get back to being healthy. People usually struggle because once they fall off the wagon, they feel really guilty for falling off the wagon, and then they feel like they're doomed to not be on the wagon, and they just can't get back on the wagon. So where you head this off is that first part of the guilt. It's not after you get back there's something you need to do. What you need to do is before you go on the vacation, give yourself permission to eat whatever you want, do whatever you want, and enjoy your freaking vacation. That way, because you've given yourself permission, you're not going against the rules. You're not falling off the wagon because you've already intentionally stepped off that wagon. And so in that way, you can head the guilt off before it even starts because you have nothing to feel guilty about. Because you gave yourself permission to eat 20 croissants a day and do nothing else but sit on the beach. And so when you get back, you might feel a little gross because all you did was eat croissants and sit on the beach, but like you can get right back on track because you don't have that mental block of feeling like you messed up, because you didn't. You made a conscious, intentional decision. You empowered yourself to do these things on vacation, and now you still have that self-empowerment to continue doing the things that you did before vacation to further your fitness goals or further your health goals or just keep yourself healthy. Like generally, it's not gonna be a week of vacation that makes you gain permanent weight. If you do eat 20 croissants a day, you're probably gonna gain a ton of water weight and maybe also get a little bit inflamed, especially if you're also drinking alcohol. So your weight may shoot up after a week of not following your normal health routine, but this usually isn't like permanent fat gain. But what happens is people see the scale go up after vacation and they think, oh no, I messed up, I gained 10 pounds. Probably didn't gain 10 pounds of fat, like almost definitely did not gain 10 pounds of fat on vacation. But that they don't get back on track, they don't get back to their regular healthy lifestyle, and that's when they start actually gaining permanent fat, not permanent fat, but like that's when you actually gain fat rather than you're just like retaining a little bit of extra water. Like trust me, you would have to actively try to gain 10 pounds of fat in a week. Like it is not easy. It's very easy to gain a pound of fat and 9 pounds of water, but that's why giving yourself permission at the beginning to indulge on vacation so that when you get back there's no guilt and you can get right back on track is so important, because it's the not getting back on track after that turns those 9 pounds of water weight into 9 pounds of fat.
Alrighty, I think we will wrap the video up here and continue the adventure in the next one. I hope you guys are enjoying the travel chaos vlogs. I hope you guys liked these tips. If you guys have any more tips for how to keep prioritizing your health while traveling or on vacation, please leave them in the comments below so that we can all share and learn from each other. And make sure you check out Organifi's green juice, also their protein powder. Highly recommend. I brought that with me on this trip as well to make sure I can get my protein in. I'll leave a link down in the description box below. You can use my code FITAndNerdy to get yourself 20% off of anything on their website. And if you like this video, please give a big thumbs up. It really does support me and my channel. I really genuinely appreciate it. Please share this video with your friends, your family, and your gym buddies. If you want to see more content from me all about health and fitness, you can check it out over here. To see future videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the little notification bell so you get notified when I post a video, and I will see you very soon. Bye!